My name is Bethany Robertson. My organization is the I Do Foundation, and I was a fellow in 2002. Yeah, so many of us think that you get a business card and a website and people are going to believe that you're real, that you exist, and of course you have to go so much deeper. I think for the I Do Foundation there were a couple keys. One was thinking about early validators, and the second was probably proof of concept. So from the validator perspective, when we were starting, we said, no one even thinks this idea is a possibility. No one believes that people are going to want to do this. And so we sat down and we thought really hard about, well, who would people believe? Who would people look to and say, oh, if it got printed there, or if someone said this, then it does exist. This is a trend that's out there. And so for us, we decided that the New York Times wedding section was the most important news outlet that could possibly write about what we were doing. And I spent almost a year trying to get a story placed in there. But it was a very clear line of sight. There were a million different things we could do in PR. There were a million different folks we could reach out to, but I knew this is one place that will absolutely make a difference, that will get people talking. And what happened after we got a piece in there, all of a sudden people said, oh, have you heard about this thing that's going on? People are starting to give back to charity at their weddings. We got tons of other news articles that rolled out of there. We used it when we went to corporate partners saying, hey, this thing is happening. Don't you want to be a part of it? So that early focus was so important because there's a million directions you can go in. But that one we knew would make a difference. So the second point is really thinking about your proof of concept. So what are the things you can do early on that show you have the capacity to implement? Because it's so easy to walk in and talk to a donor or a partner and have these big dreams you're going to do, and they haven't seen any proof that you can do it. So with our organization, we said, well, what are some easy partners we can get on board and start operating our programs around? And once we could point to one or two people doing it, the low-hanging fruit, then other people started to believe that, yes, we could indeed make this happen.